Well, greetings everybody, and welcome to a impromptu live again with SeptumSin versus the world. I'm SeptumSin. I'm with Kotobukijake. Obviously,
Hey.
we're sitting right next to each other,
Obviously.
but we're here to do an impromptu pickup. You know, to show us what show what we got.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Oh boy.
All
So
right.
I'm slowly working through the letter S in my pickups. I mean, my goodness. If you could see my table, which I guess you will see on Wednesday, you shall see the letter S is very popular.
It is. It is.
So I guess we can get started. I'll let you get started because I'm eating all these Skittles.
Well, I'll start it off in the spirit of the week, I guess, with the letter S. So I have been working hard on doing my upgrades, from DVD to Blu-ray. And this one is pretty bare bones, but actually the original was pretty bare bones too. But it's a movie that I've always enjoyed. The movie that won Al Pacino his Oscar, Scent of a Woman. Like I said, DVD to Blu-ray upgrade. Wow, I'd forgotten how long this movie was. 2 hours, 37 minutes. It's a Martin Brest film. It featured a young Chris O'Donnell. It was actually one of the early Philip Seymour Hoffman films. And, of course, Al Pacino as a blind former military man who is assigned a caretaker. And it's one of those, odd couple come to grudgingly like and respect each other during the course of the film. But it's a fun movie. It's a very well made and a sentimental favorite of sorts. And I'm glad to have it on a slimmer, more durable format.
Odd, when I was taking all the S's off of my shelf, I did come upon my DVD copy of that.
Yeah.
It does need an upgrade, but
Yeah.
who knows when I'll get to it.
I think I found it really cheap somewhere, but I honestly can't fully remember where.
I've had some of these pickups sitting in the backlog for so long, I don't remember half of the time where I ordered some.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of,
Mm-hmm.
I have a movie called Saturn 3. Now, I know why I got this. I was watching In Search of Tomorrow, which is a sci-fi version of In Search of Darkness. And this was considered a major player in the sci-fi genre. Now, I had never heard of this before this. Have you heard of this one?
Maybe in passing. Yeah.
It stars Kirk Douglas and Farrah Fawcett. They're two scientists stationed deep beneath the barren surface of Saturn's third moon, Titan. They live together in idyllic isolation in a space-age Eden, seeking new forms of food for an exhausted planet Earth. Their perfect world is interrupted when Benson, played by Harvey Keitel, arrives as Saturn goes into eclipse and cuts off communication with the rest of the solar system. Aided by his helper robot Hector, James reduces life to one single purpose: survival. The robot becomes violently unmanageable. For Adam and Alex, their only hope is to flee. But the homicidal robot stands in their way. So, it's interesting. It says produced by the legendary filmmaker Stanley Donen, known for Singing in the Rain, Charade, and Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Sounds like those types of films.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So, it's on Blu-ray. it's been on my list for a little bit because I had heard of it once before, but I have not put up for it. So
All right, my next one, I think was an Amazon pickup. It was again pretty cheap, and I'm trying with my Blu-ray conversions to prioritize ones that I really need to make sure I keep in the collection. I'm trying not to go crazy on just converting everything, but every now and then I'll go ahead and be like, well, that's cheap, I'll grab it. This is not a classic by any means, but it is a movie I enjoyed quite a bit when I saw it. Although I just now looked at the back and I realized apparently it's a Brett Ratner film. Okay. Well, the esteemed director of the smash hit that came out this past week. But anyway, a movie that, again, I enjoyed it. It was sort of a modernized riff on sort of the idea of It's a Wonderful Life, but more of it's a what if kind of story. It's Nicolas Cage and Téa Leoni. It's called The Family Man. And you got a few other good people in it. Don Cheadle's in there, Jeremy Piven. Of course, like I said, this was obviously a pre-Me Too movie. This is actually a pretty good addition. It's got a bunch of bonus features. I did enjoy this when I saw it. It was in my DVD collection, and like I said, I saw an opportunity to upgrade it cheaply. And I'm more than happy to keep this one in the collection for now. But definitely it's going to take up a lot less space, which is nice. And, it'll be worth another look eventually. But,
Oh, okay. So I'm right when I said this.
yeah.
I was just looking at this to see when it's coming out. Okay, so I got something which I thought might be the latest in the franchise. I kind of stopped after a while. I still haven't watched 2 of the movies in the franchise. And that is Saw 10.
Oh, dear God.
No, that's a series that Jake loves. It's like right down his alleyway.
The first movie was a good movie. I have no desire to watch the sequels.
Especially there's that scene where that one person has to dive into that swimming pool filled with syringes. Oh, yeah. But yeah, this is probably really the true birth of the torture porn craze that went for a while was Saw.
It was part of it.
And Saw 10 was kind of a reboot of sorts because it came back up. Out of the series, I've watched, I think, all of them but 2. I haven't watched Jigsaw, and I haven't watched this one. I've watched Spiral, which I think was actually a good take of it. And at first, I thought it was an alternate telling, but no, Spiral takes place in the Saw universe. So, yeah. And Spiral was really good. I would say if you were to watch any other Saw film, Spiral would be the one to watch.
Okay.
But otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this one, like where they have like rats or bugs or something that they throw down into people's eyes or something like that. I don't know if I could do with that. There's just it's hard to watch some of those movies. I did like the kind of detective aspect that they do run with it, because it's not like something like, say, Hostel, which is watch people get tortured constantly with no other plot other than let's just watch torture. I'm like, So it's not that, at least. So I'm curious. I don't know. Maybe good, may not be. But I mean, I think with that director, I think this holds correctly.
These are the kind of thoughts that kept me out of the really good schools.
All right, so I will move it over
So apparently that could also be appropriate for some of the characters in this movie. My next one is a movie that is technically, it claims on the front, based on the outrageous true story. It's a no doubt Hollywoodized take on some things that went down, I think, in the late 80s. And it was a movie I really enjoyed when I saw it. It was a Mike Nichols film written by Aaron Sorkin. So that's a combination right there, called Charlie Wilson's War.
Okay.
Co-stars Tom Hanks, Julia Roberts, and Philip Seymour Hoffman. And this was, if I remember correctly, Hoffman's second and maybe last Oscar nod. I need to find out. But this was a movie about, it says here, it shows how one congressman who loved a good time, one Houston socialite who loved a good cause, and one renegade CIA agent who loved a good fight conspired to bring about the largest covert operation in history. I would need to rewatch this to remind myself exactly what happens in the movie. And I have a feeling that I wouldn't fully agree with everything that goes down in this, but it's an interesting take on a period in our history. It's got some great acting, great writing, great direction. It was very fun to watch. And again, this is a DVD to Blu-ray upgrade, so it's also a space saver. And it does have some bonus features. I can't remember if these were on the DVD or not, but, it's worthwhile. I think this actually is the same edition, just in Blu-ray form, but,
Well, I have heard of that movie, and I may have seen it, but if I saw it, it's been so long ago, I don't remember anything.
I think it was
I know there's things like that. What was that?
It said, I think it was 2007. So this movie's almost 20 years old. Damn.
So this one is one that I got from Dollar Tree. Back when I was buying up anything on Blu-ray that I didn't have at Dollar Tree. And that is the movie Sawa.
Okay.
Which is Karim Kassem and Eric Kabongo. Things are looking up for DJ Scarab when he wins the local DJ championship in Egypt. Winning means he gets the chance to participate in the big Drop Beats event in Brussels, where he could make the splash. Unfortunately, on the way to Brussels, his flight is redirected to Luxembourg because of a major strike in Belgium. Immediately upon arriving in Luxembourg, Scarab loses all of his belongings, including his papers, music, and his identity. Mistaken for a refugee, DJ Scarab must rely on a colorful mix of new friends to get his situation straightened out. It is an English language movie, which is interesting. I've never heard of this movie before, but sounded interesting when I originally got it. And I was willing to give it a shot for $1. That was before they went up to $1.15. Do I even have that one on here? Yes, I do.
I'd buy that for $1.
But have you seen that? Have you heard about that movie?
I think I've heard of it, but I have not seen it.
All right. Well, I will move it over to you.
Okay. So my next one is another one of those movies that I probably did not need to get on Blu-ray at this point in time, but it was cheap. And again, I'm just trying to pare down my DVD collection. It was a good movie. I think I actually saw this in theaters and I quite enjoyed it. So, why not? And that is the 2003, I think it's 2003 version of Peter Pan, which featured Jason. Was that?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. features Jason Isaacs as Captain Hook, features Lynn Redgrave, Olivia Williams, and Ludivine Sagnier as Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
And at the time, I had a little bit of a crush on Ludivine Sagnier, so that's one of the reasons I really wanted to see it. But it's a fun movie. It's very enjoyable. It's very well made. Directed by P.J. Hogan. You got Jeremy Sumpter as Peter. Can't remember that he really went on to do much, but maybe he did. I'm just drawing a blank. But anyway, worth a watch. And again, takes up a lot less space than the DVD did. So, why not?
Yeah. Well, this next one, I'm sure that you might even have a copy of this.
Yeah.
And that is Zoku Sayonara Setsubo Sensei, which is season 2. It looks like they've given up on making the series go physical after season 2.
It's a shame.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, if you wanna get access to the art book, you can just use that. But this one was a little bit cheaper made than the first one. First one came with a huge book explaining all the cultural meanings and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. This one, you got it goes online digitally. Mm-hmm. What's funny is this was the first season I saw of Zetsubo Sensei. I didn't see the first season first. I saw Zoku first because I didn't know what it was when I originally watched it. And Zetsubo Sensei is this kind of slice of life where you've got this guy who teaches this class of students, and they are all caricatures, and the teacher is kind of a caricature himself, and they talk about the life and the world as it is today and make jokes about that. And that's pretty much the whole of it. Well,
he is essentially psychotically pessimistic. And one of his foils in the class is psychotically optimistic, and it's kind of fun.
That's a good series. At least they got my favorite season.
Mm-hmm. Right, and some of the best ending themes in anime history. This next one, I actually got 4K mainly because that was what was available cheaply, but it's got a Blu-ray included. I can't really do much with 4K without Blu-ray. This is one that I had on DVD. I've got a few of those. It's a classic that, kind of like The Family Man, features a very controversial director. Although one that I will argue had considerably more talent than Mr. Ratner. Roman Polanski directed a handful of films before he fled the country in disgrace. And this is probably one of his best known and most acclaimed films, Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, yeah.
Which also stars a actress who herself has become controversial in some circles, Mia Farrow. Mm-hmm. But you've also got John Cassavetes in here, Ruth Gordon, a number of other people. Of course, this is one of the old school horror classics about a young couple who move into a new apartment. They have overly solicitous neighbors, and they find themselves pregnant, and it gets weird. And it's a good movie. I enjoy it. I've been looking for an opportunity to upgrade for a while, and I finally did. I'm hopeful that it looks really good, that they really went all. I mean, if it's a 4K release, I'm hoping all in on the transfer. And, it's got a couple of bonus features. So this is one that I'm sure one day will get a Criterion or Arrow release that I'll want to upgrade to. But I'm perfectly happy with this as a placeholder for now.
Yeah, I think I've kept my DVD version for that, as I keep thinking that they're going to, because Criterion doesn't really care about Polanski's crimes. They care about Woody Allen's for some reason, but they don't seem to care about Polanski's as much. So I would think that they would.
Yeah.
But that's really what I'm waiting on.
Yeah. Like I said, I could see Arrow doing it too, though. Like one of the two.
So this here is Scalps.
Okay.
It was one of the first films that we covered as a part of Schlockaholics,
Oh,
which tells you how old this is. This is by, of course, this is a micro-budget indie director. And this is about this tribe that is the ghost tribe that is brought to life after disturbing one of their burial mounds. And it's quite bloody, quite splattery as a film.
Lovely.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but it wasn't that bad. It's not on my none of these so far are on my debate to leave list. There may be a few as I go through here that are on the, do I need to keep it? But that one was not one of them.
Okay.
Come on. There we go.
All right. So my next one is actually a favorite of mine. I love this movie. It was one I also saw in theaters. It was one I had a friend years ago that we had a parting of the ways, but this was actually the one movie we watched together, and we actually both liked it, which amazed me. And it also has a director with some controversy attached, but not because of her as a person or her extracurricular activities or even her talent as a director. The controversy has to come with she is infamously one of the worst miscast actresses in movie history. And that, of course, is Sofia Coppola and her classic Oscar-winning film, Lost in Translation. Features Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. You've also got Giovanni Ribisi, Anna Faris. And it is, again, written and directed by Coppola. She did win original screenplay. I think Murray got his Oscar nod for this. If he didn't, people were up in arms that he didn't. But he did. But it was up for Best Picture. I love this movie. Absolutely love it. It is strange that it was only on DVD in my collection. I honestly don't even remember if this is the same edition, but this one does have some good bonus features on it. Unfortunately, it arrived loose in the case, which I know would drive you nuts if that.
I'd have had to open it up. I would check the disc, and then I would, if it was slightly scratched, I'd probably play it to see if it worked.
I'm probably going to try to prioritize rewatching this soon. But I'm not going to open it up until I'm getting close to rewatching it. But it does bother me that it's loose in the case. But this is one that absolutely needed an upgrade. This also is one that I could see getting the Arrow or Criterion treatment. And then I would be very tempted to level up, if you will. But the main thing is trying to get DVD upgraded. That's the biggest thing. So, and again, this has bonus features, so it's not a bad addition. So,
And I will say this, when it comes loose, if it's Blu-ray, 9 times out of 10 with Blu-ray, unless it got really rattled in there, it'll be all right.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead.
If it's DVD, that's where your risk is.
Yeah.
Or worse, if it's a CD. God, CD had next to no protection on that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, let's see. Keeping me in suspense.
It actually doesn't look too bad.
Blu-ray usually doesn't scuff up that bad unless you really put it through its paces.
Yeah. But I definitely now I guess I will have to try and prioritize watching that one soon. It's a good movie, so
So there are worse things than prioritizing a movie like that one.
Yeah.
So speaking of movies that are fun to watch over and over again, I'm going to do both of these because I got this in the sequel. Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny. The original one only came out on DVD, and the sequel only came out on Blu-ray.
Huh.
So the first one is a Shudder original called Scare Package, which is a horror comedy. I don't know. I might have shown it to y'all. It's got some Clerks elements to it, but it's also got a lot of horror comedy to it. It's about this. So Chad Buckley is a lonely horror aficionado, spending his days overseeing a struggling video store and arguing with his only customer, Sam. When an unsuspecting job applicant arrives, Chad sets out to teach him the rules of Horror. Now, it's got Joe Bob Briggs in it, and he has actually a very fun cameo in this one. It reminds me a lot of Bill Murray's cameo in Zombieland. There's some fun with this. This one was actually very good. I loved this film. To this day, I mean, this one definitely will stay in my collection. And if it ever gets a Blu-ray release, I will upgrade that to Blu-ray. Now, Scare Package 2, however, got only a Blu-ray release. Also, Shudder. When horror guru Rad Chad Buckley's funeral turns into an elaborate series of hilarious death traps, the guests must band together and use the rules of horror to survive the bloody game. Yeah, this one actually has a lot of fun to it. It's not as fun as the first film, but definitely keeps around the same kind of horror comedy spoofing of the first film. Not at scary level, a scary movie level, but it's actually, I like it being a little bit more serious than Scary Movie. So it makes it much more fun.
Good deal. All right. By the way, we got a shout out from Mike Manali here. So, hey, Mike.
Thanks for catching that.
Yep.
You caught us this time. I know you didn't catch the last one, so yeah, you got us this time.
Good deal. All right. So my next one is actually, I think, a little bit of a rarity. And I think I actually paid a little more for it because of that, but it's still, I was able to get it pretty cheaply. This is a movie that I was introduced to a while back. I think the critics had very much appreciated it right around the time I was going through my art critic phase. And this will be a good one to put up the critic clip of I like French films. This is a film.
There you go.
A foreign film. Oh, the evening is saved. I like French films, pretentious, boring French films. I like French films. 3 tickets, s'il vous plaît. Ow.
So the French film in question is called Girl on the Bridge. I think it's actually Les Filles du Pont or something like that. I don't know. You know more French than I do. But it's directed by Patrice Lecomte. And it stars Daniel Autier and Vanessa Paradis. And for those who are not familiar, Vanessa Paradis was for a long time Johnny Depp's paramour. And I want to say she is Lily Rose Depp's mother. But it's basically Gabor is played by Autier, whatever. I am no expert on French, so apologies. And he is a knife thrower in a carnival. And he meets Paradis, who is basically a drifter. And they develop a partnership that both professional and otherwise. And I like this New York Times, A.O. Scott apparently called the movie sexier than sex.
Oh,
I don't know how to agree on that. But this was a Kino Lorber release, and I think I picked it up on one of their recent sales. Really good movie. I did enjoy it, but it has been years since I've seen it. I don't know if I would have the same read on it this time around. But like I said, it's also not the most common film in the world, so I was happy to have it on DVD, but I'm very happy to have it converted to a Blu-ray. There are a couple of, actually one of the bonus features is a short film by Lecomte from called Le Batteur du Bolero. I have never seen that film. So you've got this is a pretty decent feature. Kino's releases tend to be bare bones, but sometimes they have some good stuff, and apparently this one does. So it's good times.
I was looking through this pile, and the next 3 are kind of like, I have no idea what it is. And then after that, they got some fun stuff. What's interesting is that I look at some of these, and I think to myself, Kino is definitely one of those few that when they go on sale, they're more likely than most to get me on a I'll be willing to try this out basis.
Yeah. Yeah.
because they'll usually have these films that I've never heard of, starring people that I actually like their stuff. And I was like, oh, they were in this? Okay, I'll give this a try. So this is not one of those. Though one of those is actually coming up next, actually.
Okay.
But this is called Scarecrows.
Okay.
It's an MGM classic. I do not know what possessed me to get it. Maybe Dave gave this to me. Actually, that's the weird thing. If I come across something that I know didn't come from Dollar Tree, and I know it's not Kim's,
Yeah.
my other standby is maybe Dave sent it to me. Because Dave will occasionally send me boxes of like some of his doubles and stuff, and it'll be a lot of stuff that'll be hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
But Scarecrows is okay. It's one I need to watch again before I decide whether I want to keep it fully in the collection. So it stays in the collection for now, but could get bumped in the future.
Right.
It's about this group of bank robbers. After they pull a heist, they end up having their plane crash in this farm. Little do they know that the farm is occupied by a bunch of killer-possessed scarecrows.
Of course.
As you do.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those movies. I don't know if you ever do this. Like, you start doing a project, you put a movie on in the background, and then you kind of forget about the movie. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
So I kind of watched it just to watch it, and now I'm having a hard time remembering whether I liked it or not. So
I can't do that. If I got a movie on, I'm watching the movie. Yeah.
Oh, I like having that. There's a new one that I need to download my stuff for, which Evan Jacobs just released like 2 or 3 movies on his channel. And there's one that's basically of him following a dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dog that's loose in the park, and he's just filming the dog all around the park. 45 minutes of that.
Huh.
And I
Interesting.
said to myself, that's a film that I could definitely have on in the background and just kind of enjoy while I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
Not multitasking.
Right. So my next set, this is actually a major space saver because it's 2 movies I had on DVD, one I had on Blu-ray, and it's one movie that I'm not entirely sure why it's included in the collection, except I guess this is a so-called Guy Comedies collection. But it's new to my collection, and I hope I enjoy it. And that is a 4-movie set of Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Oh, I've got that
Harold
one.
and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay. A very Harold and Kumar Christmas and Beer Fest.
Beer Fest was fun, but not nearly as fun as the others.
I've never seen Beer Fest. I don't know if I'm going to be like, ugh. But all the others I think it was Guantanamo Bay that actually had a pretty nice edition on DVD. And this, I think, is a repackaging of the exact Christmas one that I had on Blu-ray. I don't know for certain that they included the bonus features on these. I think they did, but they're not listed on the back. But I'll be honest, I don't know how much I need the bonus features for the Harold and Kumar movies, but they are fun movies. It
does have both versions of Christmas.
Good, very good. Because I think the one I had did not have the claymation episode, which was wild.
Well, I mean, they both have the claymation, but one of them, they do it differently.
Something was different. I don't remember what.
Yeah, what happens is the claymation, the theatrical version has the claymation done, and it has that hilarious song playing.
Yes, the song. Yes.
The extended version has an extended version of the claymation scene, but without the song.
What
The song is used to make it sort of like what's the word? A montage of the claymation stuff. So I kind of like that one better.
The song is awesome. The song is incredible. Okay. But of course, you got John Cho and Kal Penn as the titular Harold and Kumar. And this is the series. Strangely enough, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, along with How I Met Your Mother, basically kickstarted Neil Patrick Harris going from that guy who was in Doogie Howser to being the guy that everyone loves. And he plays a very twisted version of himself that is hilarious. I do love the 3 movies. Again, this will save a lot of space on the shelf. 2 of them were upgraded from DVD to a better format. So this was a worthwhile get.
Oh, well, that's a fun collection, actually. It saves space, and 3 of the 4 movies are really good ones to have in a collection, especially if you like those type of comedies. And the 4th one is watchable. So, that says something there.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it a second time, but I don't remember hating it. I don't remember going, I'll do that sometimes with those comedies because they'll go overboard or they'll become boring like Private Resort, which I got rid of with Johnny Depp. So this one here is a variation on the film. It's a mad, 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 mad world, which is Scavenger Hunt.
Okay.
Now, this one also has a decent number of actors in it. Richard Benjamin, James Coco, let's see here, Scatman Crothers, Ruth Gordon, Cloris Leachman, Cleveland Little, Roddy McDowell, there's one I remember the name of, Robert Morley, Richard Mulligan, Tony Randall, Vincent Price, Meatloaf, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's an interesting cast.
1979 film, directed by Robert Schultz.
Oh.
It's an odd cast. I don't know some of them, but I'm sure they were bigger back in the 70s.
Yeah.
But again, it's weird. I'm lukewarm on Rat Race, which is similar to that. It's that whole idea of that scavenger hunt, and all the stars are going there fighting each other to get the scavenger hunt.
Well,
Matter of fact, this will be the 4th one. What?
I say Rat Race was almost a straight remake, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. It's a mad, 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 mad world. I remember them advertising the Three Stooges like they were huge in it. They appeared as a cameo.
And they literally were just standing there, not doing anything. It's like, really? I think they were dressed as firemen.
Yeah, or something. I thought it was painters, but I couldn't tell you. I can't remember. It's been so long. And now this one as another one. And then there was that midnight. You remember the one, the scavenger hunt, the Disney one that I showed for Inside Movies Galore?
Right. Yeah, it was a Midnight Madness, wasn't it?
Midnight Madness, yeah. So I guess it's there. I can have fun with these. I'm not hugely eager to watch it, but I'm not eager to toss it either. So if I was more eager to say I need to figure out whether I want to keep it or leave it, it'd be there. But it's not one that bothers me that's in the collection.
Okay.
So, and plus, I mean, having 1979 Arnold in it, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Arnold acting off of Vincent Price is something I need to see.
Yeah, I hope they share a scene together. You have to let me know.
Nice.
Okay, so my next one, I actually have a couple here. You know, I'm going to save that because I'll put those two together. The next one was one that I picked up. I think it was an Amazon purchase during the Christmas season because I think it was on sale at a steep discount. And I'm trying to keep the rest of the ones I'm going to be doing tonight are new. I'm trying to keep new pickups to a relative minimum, but some things demand to be had. And this is a movie that I thoroughly enjoyed. It It is very much worth a spot in the collection. And that is Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves, where you've got Chris Pine basically playing a bard, Michelle Rodriguez, Sophia Lillis, Hugh Grant, and if you've seen any of Hugh Grant's recent movies, you know that going into it that you cannot trust him. John Francis Daly, who co-starred in Freaks and Geeks, is one of the co-directors of this one, along with Jonathan Goldstein. And they co-wrote it along with Michael Giglio. And this is like I said, this is a fun movie. I still have never seen the infamous Dungeons and Dragons movie that people say kind of crapped all over the game.
Oh, I saw it in theaters.
This one, I think, fully lived up to the spirit of the game. And have you seen this one yet?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
It was good. I did enjoy it.
It does have a few good bonus features on there, so this is a nice pickup. Like I said, it was pretty cheap, and very glad to have it. We'll be rewatching that one because that was a fun movie.
Well, we have Dave here for the last 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Hey, Dave.
Hey.
So, did you want us to give you a moment, Dave? I got one I can show while you're getting yourself together.
Sure. Just setting up here.
All right, I'll do that real quick while you're getting your stuff on. Okay. So this next one I got at the Dollar Tree. I know that. And that is The School. Okay. I got it probably because I like the cover. Mm-hmm. I mean, sometimes you do that when it was $1. Okay. And it says here, Dr. Amy went. Yes.
Hey, Olivia.
Cat decided, no, you're going to pay attention to me first. Dr. Amy Wintercraig, an attractive, successful surgeon, struggles to cope with her emergency room duties and those of a young mother looking after her hospitalized son who has fallen into a coma. After being reprimanded by her boss for obsessively believing that her son will wake up, she becomes trapped in a coma purgatory of her own. The School, where children from the past emerge to taunt and test her to the core. So, I mean, it looks interesting. I like good haunted type movies.
Right.
So it might be fun. So we're getting to the real meat of it in the next couple of pickups here. Actually, I guess Dave's next. So, all right, Dave.
Sounds good.
All right. The first thing that I have to show is something that my sister evidently went to some kind of book signing and found this book. Evidently, it's an anthology-style book of short stories called The Galaxy of Nightmares. Okay. And it's written by Doug Hops, and he does the art for it, and a lot of the art you can buy as prints and shit. So you guys might have seen an invite to his page a week ago. So I guess his company is called Shadow Myths, and this is The Gallery of Nightmares Lost, Book 1. So it sounds like he's actually got more lined up to eventually publish.
Cool.
So
sounds like good fun.
And I guess he signed it to me.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
So.
Very cool.
If I go to GalaxyCon, I'll be thinking about getting signed stuff too. Then I'll look at the price tag and go, well, heck, no. If I go there and Kevin Smith is there, I will find a way to bring that Clerk set with me to get his signature on it.
Well, I'm definitely. I got Brian O'Halloran to sign it last year, so unfortunately he'll have to make do with me just saying hi this time. But the other three definitely are signing that set. It'll be expensive. Jeff Anderson,
I got that big Clerk set.
What's that?
Actually, what I'll probably do is there's a little number card for my giant Clerk set.
Right.
And that would be a good one to have them sign.
Okay, yeah. You got the whole set. That would be really cool. Okay.
All right, here you go.
Okay. So it turns out when I shuffled these, I actually did a good plan. because Dungeons and Dragons features Sophia Lillis, but so does the next one. I recently did a trip up north, and went up in Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey. I don't know for certain where I purchased these two items. I don't like Walmart and I try to avoid it. But sometimes when you're on the road trips, that is your option. And I did stay one night in Maryland in a place called Northeast where literally Walmart was my option. That might be where I got these two. I don't know. But the first one is a movie that stars Sophia Lillis. So, we got a little bit of a theme going on there. It's actually two movies. And I did not get the first one because I was waiting for the two film collection. And it was worth waiting for the two film collection for Andy Muschietti's rendition of Stephen King's It. This is the recent version with Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. In addition to Miss Lillis, you've got people like James McAvoy, Jessica Chastain, Bill Hader, Isaiah Mustafa, James Ransom, a bunch of people. Finn Wolfhard's in there. You got a bunch of folks. And I personally thought these were really good movies. I think I only saw the first one in theaters. I don't remember. I think we all went to see the first one.
We all went to see the first one. I don't think any of us saw the second one in theaters.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I think we planned to and it fell through. This one, what's also weird is that these two movies actually are longer than the original miniseries if you put them together. It's a little closer to the book, although there are a couple elements of the book that didn't make it into this version either. Well, I know a lot of people swear by Tim Curry as Pennywise, and he is a great Pennywise. Skarsgård certainly is a different version of it, but I would argue a little scarier. I like this version. I like the original version. They're both classics in their own right. But I am really happy I was able to pick these up on one combined set and not have to take up a lot of space with it. So it's good times.
Mine take up more space because I got two steel books.
Yeah.
Now I can't get rid of them because they're both high quality steelbook. They were like DVD steelbooks would be one thing, but
that'd be something that'd be worth having on steelbook, I would think.
So this is one that I've been meaning to upgrade for a while because I've just had it on a basic DVD. It was nice. I got it for $1.99 at Movie Stop back in the day.
Oh, wow.
And this is a 4K version, so I finally just upgraded it because I got it cheap on an Amazon sale for like $3. So, not a little bit more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about the happy-go-lucky raunchy comedy Schindler's List. We all know that one, right?
So happy-go-lucky. So, yeah.
That should have been on your 4-pack with the Harold and Kumar movies instead of Beer Fest.
That's the comedy of the little girl in red.
Yeah.
It's like, Harold and Kumar 1, 2, 3 and Schindler's List. In
reality, it's Liam Neeson with that little red computer hologram from Resident Evil. But anyway.
Well, this is one of those things that's interesting. This is a movie that I don't understand why it has not come out on Criterion.
Yeah. Probably, they would probably have to pay Spielberg too much.
But Spielberg has had movies on Criterion.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the company behind it. Is that Universal?
I'm online right now.
Universal is behind it.
Okay.
But yeah, it is probably one of the more famous World War II movies out there that talks about the Holocaust.
And it's probably the most high-profile, famous movie ever submitted for a film school project.
Yes. So, 25th anniversary of it, has a decent number of special features. Not as many as I'd like for that, but still has a documentary. Has a lot more than the DVD version I had.
Okay.
which is a cool looking version. It kind of looks like a storybook, the thing, but it has nothing in it other than the movie. So it's been due a glow up.
Okay.
Let's see. Was it you or Dave?
I think Dave's next.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So next, back when my fiance Tammy, or when her mother and her stepfather were still alive, for the darndest time, I couldn't figure out the title of this thing. And then, of course, they died, and years later, I finally figure out the title. It just so happens it's related to Tron, or at least producer-wise, and it's called Automan, and it only went for one season.
Oh yeah.
But I remember it being on as if it had more episodes than it does. So, it was on like before Manimal and in between like Knight Rider and shit. So when it was on, so but Shout Factory is the one that put it out. So so I'm glad to actually have it on DVD. It cost me maybe about $30. That's not too bad on eBay, because I think it went out of print for a while, but picked it up. So
All right.
My next, let's see. Sorry.
Get you up there, sorry. There you go.
My
Yeah,
next one may have approached $30. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but it was one that they had at the Walmart, and I'm like, I need to have this. It's one that I put off getting because Crunchyroll is a bunch of dicks, and they put this series out in 2 parts, and it took them a long time to put out a complete season 1. It's a show, we'll get back to the S's briefly. It's a show that I really want to see. I have seen the movie. I have read the majority of the manga, at least what's been released so far in the States. But I have not seen a single episode of the show yet. And I really look forward to it. And that is the espionage tinged family comedy Spy Family season 1. This is a pretty decent edition. It actually has bonus features, which is kind of a rarity for anime. Really fun series about the Forgers. They live in a couple of fictionalized countries. There's a fictionalized countries. It's like almost like East-West Berlin sort of thing. These 2 countries that don't trust each other at all. They are in a cold war with each other, essentially. And Lloyd Forger is a famed secret agent. And he chooses a wife, Yor, who turns out is an assassin. But neither one knows the other's past. And her brother works for the enemy, and the daughter that they've chosen for the assignment, that Lloyd chose as a daughter for the assignment, which is to be a family, and he accidentally chooses a telepath. And she knows everyone's secrets and nobody knows hers. But she, unfortunately, despite being a telepath, is not that smart. And she's a kid. She's a little kid. So she's also just kind of, yeah. And then they adopt this dog, Bond, who can see the future. And the kid knows that he can see the future. And it's just a fun series. I enjoy it. I really do want to watch the show. You've seen this show, right, Brandon?
I don't know if Dave has, but I have.
But maybe we'll cover it one day in the group. I don't know. But I'm glad to finally have part of it. I still need to get season 2 in the movie. Do you know what season they're up to now?
I just know, I mean, on DVD, it's just they have 1, 2 in the movie. I don't know what season they're doing the anime.
Yeah. One day I'll get it.
Well, mine is of also anime related. It's anime related.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we all have about one more round each in us. For this.
I have one more left, so that works out.
Yep, I'll do this one, and I have one more I'll end on, or Dave, depending on if he gets back.
Yeah.
So this one is School Live, Another Story, or Gakko. This is the second live-action film.
Okay.
Now, the original film is interesting. We covered it actually on Animation Anti-Climax. I think Mo was on with us
For the series.
For the series.
Yeah.
And it's about this girl who's going to school. It looks like this nice, happy school life. Except it's not. And I'll leave it at that. Even though technically it's a spoiler that has been triggered after the first episode.
Yes.
And it is an amazing series. So I've got both of the live action films. I'm curious how they do them.
Yeah.
I really love how they do that as a zombie genre.
Yeah. I still haven't seen the live action myself. I have them one day.
Yeah, I have both live actions, but I haven't seen them.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Well, I will go to you. And
right.
Then if Dave comes back, I'll do Dave. And if not, I'll do it. And if Dave still is back, we'll go there.
Okay. All right. So my last one is another series that I think is still ongoing, kind of like Spy Family. And this is also one where I have some familiarity with the comics, although in this case we're talking, of course, American comics. And I'm going to have to open this one up too because there's a little piece of plastic stuck in the back right on the... No, it's actually stuck inside the... Okay, that's really weird. It's a little piece of plastic here that's going to probably cause some damage if I don't get rid of it. There we go. Oh man, it looks like the case got... Something's wrong with this case. I'm perturbed about this. But anyway, a show that came on HBO, which since I refuse to buy HBO Max, I'm not going to be watching it on the show. On the TV, but apparently they've only released through season 3, so I'm really hopeful that they eventually put out season 4. A show that I had just finished watching season 2, and I love this show, and I had to pick up season 3 to be ready to watch it. I'll be putting this on soon, and that is Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah.
Features Big Bang Theory's Kaylee Cuoco as Harley Quinn. Features Lake Bell as Poison Ivy. You've got a whole bunch of interesting people on here. My brother was watching this with me, and he's like, that's Jerry, talking about King Shark. That's Jerry. And it is. The King Shark is played by the guy that plays Jerry on The Great North. You got a bunch of other good people on there, too. It's alternate takes of most of the characters. Alternate takes. Some of them work better than others. The version of Jim Gordon on here exasperates me. But the version of Bane is a fan favorite. This is probably the best version of Clayface we'll ever see. I love this version of King Shark. And both Harley and Ivy are awesome. And this series reminds me that if I was to pick a fictional character who is it would be Poison Ivy. There's no question. She is my spiritual twin. And I just love this. Like I said, I had to get season 3. I am really hoping season 4 comes out. We'll find out. If I have to torment myself by getting HBO just long enough to watch it, but hopefully.
Think about it this way: if you wait long enough, HBO will be owned by Netflix. And it'll just come to Netflix.
If it comes to Netflix, that's cool. I've got Netflix,
So, So, Dave, are you with us? well, I'll do one more and then give Dave one more shot.
Yeah.
So, this is technically two films because we've got here the fifth and sixth installment of a movie series.
Mm-hmm.
And this is good timing because the seventh installment is coming out this month. And we're talking about Scream, where they decided to do kind of a reboot, I guess, because it's actually Scream 5.
Right.
And let's see here. 25 years, Jesus, after a streak of brutal murders shocked the quiet town of Woodsboro, a terrifying new killer resurrects the Ghostface mask as the deaths mount. Woodsboro's new targets must seek help from the survivors of the original Ghostface attacks. Now only Sidney Prescott, former Sheriff Davy, I almost said Dewey.
It is Dewey.
That's Dewey. Okay, I almost said Doofy. Doofy Riley and reporter
Some
Gina
people
Weathers.
call him Doofy, I think.
So I liked this one well enough. I didn't think it was very bad. None of them are as good as the first film, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you know what's sad is that I feel as old as these characters because I was in late high school when the first Scream came out. So I was actually around the same age the characters were in Scream when it came out. So I aged right with these characters.
Right.
I was feeling old when that movie came out. And it's been some time now since that movie came out.
Okay. And Dave wandered off again. Okay.
That's all right. I got another one.
Okay.
That's there that follows this. Because more recently, they said, you know what? Heck with the reboot thing. We're just going to call it Scream 6.
Right.
And I don't remember much about this one. Let's see. The 4 survivors from the most recent Woodsboro Ghostface killings have moved to New York City for a new start. Just as they begin to feel a sense of normalcy, they receive the infamous call. Ghostface is more brutal and relentless than ever.
Right. I think that was the one they called a Lego sequel. Like each Scream tries to spoof a particular type of movie in the I don't know what they're doing with the new one.
Yeah, my least favorite is probably Scream 4, actually.
Really?
The three kind of I know most people say it's 3, but I liked the meta movie way that they did that.
Yeah.
So, Dave, you'll be the one to end us because I got time for one more before I have to go take a shower and prep and actually get dinner before
I gotta get
the discussion.
Okay. So I have 2 in one franchise. Star Trek Strange New Worlds, at least the first 3 seasons. I know that this is a boot set, but it is recognized by the movie app that both Brandon and I use. And Picard, the complete series, this one came from China. So, but it is a Region 1 complete set. I'm pretty sure because it came from China, it might be a professional boot, but it is all regions. So
all I know, it could have been made in China. The original could be made in China for all I know.
Could have, but the fact that it came from some Guangdong, China place originally makes me wonder.
Well, I do know that my Owl House stuff that I haven't shown on this yet, but I hope to finish it before we get to O. I know that one's a boot, but it does register on the little tag on the back, which is fine because I don't mind that, because if you can't get it on physical and it's a really good series, then I don't really care, because obviously they're not seeking to make money in that area. So, And if they do ever release a physical, I will reward them with my money and convert it.
Okay, so the next two, since you said said that I was finishing up.
Yeah, because it's already 8 and I need to get off. So
I'll make
go
this
ahead and put
fast.
2 more up. Yeah.
I'll make this fast. The next two are from The Walking Dead. I know they're not completely finished yet, but they had a Walking Dead Daryl Dixon set of the first 3 seasons out there, which I know this is a professional bootleg, but I don't care. And they had a season 1 and 2 of the Walking Dead Dead City series. And I know this is a professional boot that's out there, but hey, they're all recognized by the movie app, so I don't give a shit. And then finally, this is a Severin release of Dracula Prisoner of Frankenstein. Originally, Tammy had bought this for her collection, but she decided that she didn't like it as much, so she handed it off to me. So, Dracula Prisoner of Frankenstein is now mine. So,
Well, I hope that y'all enjoyed this brief interlude. There will be more as we go, but I'm not so quick to say. I'm just going to try and keep going until I finish all of a letter. I go until a certain time, and I just do as I can. S is going to take a little bit to go through because I still have a lot of pickups with S on it.
Right.
I have. I'll get this up. You see this?
Wow.
That's one of 3 that I have of S's to show off on my pickups.
Yeah, it'll take a minute.
So, I'll be doing little pickup episodes as it is. On Wednesday, I'm going to have a pickup scheduled every Wednesday. It may just be me. It may be me and Jake. But if it is me and Jake, we're going to have to figure out another place to do it because that table we normally present on is a bit occupied.
Okay.
So, but we will figure it out. But thanks for joining me, Dave.
yep.
So join us tonight. If you really like all 3 of our lovely faces, you won't see them because they'll be hidden behind our logos. But if you like our lovely voices, you'll be hearing them later tonight as we cover the movie Christine. Oddly enough, a John Carpenter film.
Indeed. Yeah.
So, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
In a good way.
Inside movies galore, just makes you just want more. We've had all in the world of media to explore. Horror, anime, or Curious George. Our love of new things was our reward. It is the best night of our week.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.